Hello and welcome to Beauteous Past TV. I'm Ritu Jha, editor of Beauteous Past Media, the website and Beauty Launchpad magazine. We are here today and we are honored to have with us Mr. Pankaj Kumar. He is a yoga guru and a very special person because he not only teaches yoga, but he also has a unique experience and a very special experience in yoga therapy, especially for cancer patients and patients who are suffering from, breast cancer, lymphedema, etc. He has a 20-year experience in teaching yoga. And of course, he comes from the esteemed Bihar School of Yoga, a certified teacher. He has taught. He has a global experience in terms of teaching students from all over the world, and he has been teaching at the Australian High Commission, at the US High Commission, and also has had a stint in Thailand in spreading yogic skills. And the schools of yoga that he is aware of and he chooses to teach are various and include Satyananda Yoga, Patanjali Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, power yoga, hot yoga, and yoga therapy. So welcome to Beauteous Past TV, Pankaj. We are
Thank you so much.
extremely grateful and very happy to have you with us today. So, Pankaj, my first question is that, of course, we are living in COVID times. So yoga becomes all the more relevant क्योंकि COVID जो है सीधे lungs को impact करता है. So for people who are doing yoga, it's always a plus when it comes to fighting yoga. आपसे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि why did you study yoga? How did you आप लोग कैसे प्रेरित हुए योगा सीखने के लिए? पहले इसके बारे में बताइए.
Okay, so it's a very interesting question for me. जैसा कि मैंने बताया, originally I belong from Bihar और उसमें भी मैं योग नगरी से belong करता हूँ, which is Munger, where Bihar Yog Bharati or Bihar School of Yoga is actually. So just completing after completing my graduation, I thought कि I should give some time to myself. And that's how I went to Bihar School of Yoga to learn yoga. And that time I went just to learn for myself. I never thought कि मुझे इसको life में as a career लेना पड़ेगा. I was not aware of it at that time.
Right.
But मुझे योगा सीखने के बाद मुझ में बहुत सारे positive changes दिखे. Health wise, I found a big change in myself because early childhood में मेरी health काफी deteriorate होती रहती थी. I had a lot of stomach issues and all.
Right.
और जब मैं योगा सीखा और उसको adopt किया, not only सीखा, मैंने उसको जब adopt किया, then I found the changes. And then I thought कि यार ये एक ऐसी चीज है जिसे मैं अगर explore करता हूँ तो lot of people can be benefited through it. And that's how I took it as a career as well.
That's fantastic. So it was your personal experience which kind of led you to take it up as your life's mission to teach yoga. एक बात आपके जर्नी में आपको हम ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं कि आप काफी तरह के कल्चर्स से आने वाले लोगों को, फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव टॉट ऑस्ट्रेलियंस, people coming from America, and all even gone to Thailand. So basically, you have a very global experience in the type of people you have taught. So, आपको क्या ऐसा लगता है कि that people coming from different cultures approach yoga differently? Would you like to throw some light on it?
It's a very vast question, but still, I would like to say a few things about it.
Yeah.
एक चीज मैंने closely notice किया है, people from Western countries or from other countries, they used to adopt yoga very quickly. They don't take long time to adopt it.
Correct.
Rather, we are Indians. Yoga is originally from India, or Indians may obviously they do yoga, but they are not serious about it. But what I have noticed people from other countries, they take it seriously. Once they know the value of yoga, they don't stop doing it. They continue and they make it as their, like lifestyle actually.
Yeah. So they prioritize
Yoga is nothing but it's a discipline to life.
Right. Absolutely. So basically, they are prioritizing yoga for.
Yeah, exactly. They prioritize it very well. They prioritize it very well.
Also, do you think like yoga um, globally is also a lot about understanding chakras, and in India it's more about therapy. Acha back mein dard ho raha hai. Oh, I'm having a back pain, so I'll do certain exercises.
True. True.
Whereas
True.
abroad it's more maybe study of the chakras and other things added to it, and they continue to add depth or maybe learn various schools. What is it like? Aapko kya?
I totally agree with your question, because when you go, other countries, people from other countries want to learn more than what, not only the exercise part.
Right.
Because here in India, people think that yoga means just moving the arms and doing the asanas and all. That's it. Yoga is done. No, but there they focus more on yoga, meditation as well, for the chakras, for, like mantra yoga. There are lots of, yoga is not a small subject, it's a vast subject. So they used to focus on all the other parts as well. That's true.
Okay, fantastic. You also are aware of and you practice, yoga, and you teach yoga from various schools. How do you like decide that which yoga should be taught? Is it the demand? Like people come to you whether they're having a back pain or a pulled hamstring, they'll say, "Nahi, hame to hot yoga karna hai," but that's not possible. So what? How would you decide what to teach? Which school to offer?
Okay, so here, the first thing is I have to go through his history, what kind of flexibility is he has, the person who is going to do yoga, whether he's flexible or not, and what is the problem he's having, why he or she wants to do yoga, the purpose of doing yoga, because every person has different purpose of doing yoga. Someone comes just to learn yoga for their fitness. For them, can go for the higher stage of yoga as well, can do intermediate asanas as well. But those who come for therapy, if someone has any issue, have any ailments, then definitely I have to go for the therapy. I can't jump for the intermediate asana for them. So that's how we used to decide. And obviously age is one of the factor.
Right.
Age means if someone is of 50 years of age, but his fitness level is of, if it's of 30 years, definitely I will go for I will make him do some intermediate asanas, definitely. But if someone is of 30 years of age, but his fitness or her fitness level is very low, then have to start from the basics. So
Correct.
that's how, there are the few of the other things as well. And that's how we decide from where to start.
Fantastic. So now we come to a very important part of which you have such great experience. Your experience in yoga therapy. We understand that it started with a very personal issue in your life, and your wife contracted cancer, and she has been through that struggle, and you have valiantly, both of you have fought, and you have especially applied yoga therapy. Tell us more about it.
Okay. So 2016, year 2016 was the turning point of my life. In fact, I would say, when my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. And that was a very shocking news for me, just the first time when I heard that. And it took little long to, I will say it took little long to believe that she has breast cancer, because the lifestyle we live is very simple. Because, a yogic family, how can a yogic family, might be living? So we were living a very healthy life, very simple. But still, when I heard she has breast cancer, it was a big pain, in fact, for me. But here, after knowing, the doctor said there are, if she goes for surgery, there are few things which you need to notice it, that either she has to, for lifelong, there might be some, side effects of the surgery, like having lymphedema, where the swelling in the arm might be there. Either it might live for long period of time, or it might the swelling might live for kind of, you can say, lifelong. In fact, that depends. Not only that, apart from that, there are lots of other side effects they discussed, and that was a big challenge for me. Being a yoga therapist, I took it very seriously, and it was not anyone else. It's just my wife. So I took it really very seriously, and I started applying all kind of therapy, which whatever I know.
Right.
And after applying those therapy, when we went first time after the surgery, almost you can say for after 2.5 weeks, when we went to the doctor, he was shocked to see the improvement. And then he asked me, what do you do? Then that was the day he came to know that I'm a yoga therapist, and I have applied different types of therapy to heal her.
Right.
So he was really very happy with that, and he said, whatever you are doing, keep doing it. That is really helping her. And after that, he started sending some, giving reference to some of the patients. And that was a few of the challenging cases. And I took it again very seriously, because I know the pain, because it was at my home. So I knew the pain of others as well. So I took it seriously. I put my effort with the patients, with passion, with compassion, everything. And then I started healing, treating them with the therapy, and they were healed. They were healed. And that was the turning point when I jumped in the field of, treating with the people of lymphedema.
Okay, that's fantastic. So, can you just explain a little bit more as to what you mean by therapy? Does it mean a set of exercises? Does it mean applying oil? Does it mean also taking some herbs or something?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So when I say therapy here, whatever I have learned from Bihar School of Yoga. So originally from where I am. So I used to apply that therapy, because Bihar School of Yoga therapy is like mind blowing. And all those exercises I used to apply it for the therapy only. Apart from that, definitely I used to, suggest a few of the herbs as well, which is organic, 100% organic, you can say food supplements kind of.
Right.
Definitely I do that. But with the help of exercise and herbs, the supplements, it helps a lot.
Sure.
It helps a lot.
So, we would also like to know what you have learned while working with cancer patients. How I'm sure it's not easy for people who've suffered like that. So what is it that are your insights, and how are you adding it to your protocol as you go?
Okay. So when dealing with the cancer patients, it's a big job. In fact, I would say the first thing is I have to make effort to do counseling to them, because कैंसर के नाम से ही लोग इतने डर जाते हैं, लगता है कि अब उनकी लाइफ इट्स फिनिश्ड, इट्स ओवर. एंड देयर द काउंसलिंग पार्ट कम्स कि लाइफ इज इट्स नॉट दैट बीच में, लाइफ इज अ जर्नी. डेफिनेटली अप्स एंड डाउन्स तो आती है. So take it like that there is, it's just a speed breaker. Cross the speed breaker, and again you will go on the highway, and the life is going to be very smooth. So these are the few things, power of spoken words, some written goals. So there are all other techniques as well, what I used to apply, and I help others to apply to come out of this trauma, in fact. So there are few things which I would highly suggest, like having positive attitude. towards yourself as well as for others as well. Have patience, never lose hope, never lose hope, and forgive others. Whatever you have done for others, just forgive it, and always keep smiling. That's a big therapy. In fact, I would say keep smiling, because when you smile, you can't think anything negative. You can't think anything negative. So keep smiling. So that helps in, because when you have smiling face, happy hormones releases, right? And that is a big thing. There are a lot of other things as well.
Those are amazing points. In fact, those happy hormones are so important, and they're so easy to get. But when we are facing a disease like cancer, I'm sure that everybody is just thinking death, and it's so difficult to smile in those times.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, you're right. Okay, so
and have faith in God. Have faith in God, because God plus one is, God plus you is unity.
Okay, that's fantastic. Acha, so isme what is the response time, Pankaj ji, to when it comes to healing? What is the response time to these therapies and treatments, and how long do these therapies last? Like, is it a lifelong thing that I need to keep doing a certain set of things, or it's like 6 months of rigorous, and then you can cool it off?
Okay.
How do you advise your patients?
Okay, it's a very good question again. So here, if I say, do we eat every day or we eat just once and then we stop for 1 week? It's nothing like that. We eat every day. Similarly, we breathe every day, every time. Right. So we have to take it yoga as, discipline to life again. So these therapy, it's for, especially if I say for cancer patients, they have to take it like, make it a part of your daily life, make it a routine. And once you make it a routine for your entire life, it will never, ever, ever, never bother you.
Right.
In terms of, the problems, the side effects I'm talking about. Okay. In terms of side effects.
So initial response time kitna hota hai for a patient to kind of start feeling better? What is the least or the maximum response time?
Yeah. So what I have closely noticed, if someone starts taking therapy in the beginning means like after the surgery, within a month, if someone, because within 21 days after the surgery, after 21 days, even I can't help them out. But right. Just after completing 21 days, after the stitches are, being removed and all, then if they start taking therapy, then the therapy works like anything. They are healed like within a month. They feel almost 60 to 80% of difference in their problems. So 60 to 80% of their problems are almost gone within a month, in fact.
Okay. So the trick,
and that is what I'm talking about, not giving the therapy every day, but giving it every alternate day.
Okay. So the trick is to start quickly.
Yes. So the earlier is better. The later is going to be very difficult, because I had some of the patients, they started like maybe 6 years after the surgery, but it took very, very long to recover, and the recovery rate was also less.
Okay. So what kind of expenses is involved? Is it like, we have cancer patients in there's cancer, so aapki, your financial background dekh ke aata nahi, it comes to everyone.
Exactly.
So it will be interesting to understand what kind of expenses are involved in this treatment.
So for cancer treatment, definitely the expenses is really very, very high. I know, because my wife has gone through that, so I know very well. But if I talk about therapy part, it doesn't require a lot. It just requires one yoga mat, mindset positive mindset, it's very, very important.
Right.
And hardly you can say, if someone learn therapy for a month also properly, they can apply it for their lifelong, and then they can be healed. In fact, they won't need it later, my therapy later on.
Intervention.
It's not important. So 1 month is good enough for them.
Okay.
But still, if someone wants to learn more and more and more, definitely I can help them out.
And the cost, as you said, was minimal.
And the cost is like, it's not too expensive. Like for a month, if they will go, it might cost something like, because I have to go treat them personally.
Yes.
Personally means individually, person to person. So maximum like 7,500 to 8,000 a month only. So that's not too expensive.
That's awesome. So now that you've had this experience, which is very special, and it's required and it's so necessary for a person to heal quickly after having experienced so much pain. Are you planning to, or are you already training students for the on this protocols of healing?
So it's in the pipeline actually.
Sure.
I'm planning to do, definitely I'm planning to train some of more train yoga teachers, just how to deal with the cancer patients and all. And we are going to do it very soon, in fact.
Sure.
We're going to do it very soon.
Finally, we come to Pankaj. Yeah, I mean, at least I can't. I'm looking at you. I don't know what your age is. you seem to be very young, fresh out of college, as far as I can make out.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
No, I really mean it. So, what's your assessment of the future of yoga and wellness? You got into yoga just for your own fitness. Then you realize how it benefits others, and you took it as a career. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि how will yoga and wellness be in the future, and realizing कि we have a threat of such pandemics, so what is your suggestion also to people who
definitely, if I say, yoga has a huge market. It's a big industry now, and especially after COVID, each and every person requires doing yoga, because yoga is not doing just the asanas, but it is more of breathing. And in COVID, it's just the lungs which is being damaged, because deaths are happening just because of, if the deaths are happening because of COVID, it's impacting the lungs only.
Right.
Yoga helps in strengthening your lungs capacity. It helps in building your lungs capacity, definitely.
Right.
And it plays a huge role in everyone's life. If you start doing yoga from right today itself, you will feel a huge change within a month. And those changes, it will be only positive changes for yourself, not only for yourself, for your family too. Because if you are healthy, your family is healthy.
Right.
If you are healthy, because घर में अगर एक आदमी कोई बीमार पड़ता है, पूरी की पूरी घर, you can say इधर उधर हो जाती है.
Right.
So it's our duty, it's our responsibility to be healthy. So
and
need to take initiative right from today, in fact.
Right. And at what age can one start? Is there a thing like, very small children cannot start, or very old people cannot because their bones are creaking and you don't know, they might have an accident? What age should one start?
Okay. For starting, there is no age.
Okay.
And because my son, he is he is 9 years old.
Sure.
So he has been doing yoga for the last 4 years, in fact. He has been doing yoga.
Okay.
So for starting, there is no age. You can say once they are in school, they can start doing yoga. So this is the starting age. For older age, if I say, if someone wants to be happy, healthy, live long, again, there is no age bar. They can start doing. It's not important how much you do. It's important whatever you do, it's good enough.
Right. So that's fantastic. Actually, as we are ending the best, this is also the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's a great thing towards the end of it, to round it off with a discussion with you. And we wish you all the best. And thank you for joining us on Beauty Has Passed TV for discussing this very crucial.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, in fact.
And all the best to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Namaste.